What's that I hear? If I join the Dive Studios community text, I get to send questions and suggestions to the Dive team, and I get updates on new announcements? Unbelievable. I feel so loved. Go to bit.ly/dive community or text us at 310-564-1030 to join. This is currently only available to US and Canada numbers. Talk to you soon.
Welcome back, everyone, to our show where we get real with our thoughts on all things concerning life. We are your hosts,
PH1.
Ashley.
and Peniel of B2B.
Sir.
All right.
Woo!
Woo!
The host with the most.
Yes, I'm sure you guys probably recognize his voice already. We have a very special guest today, but before we introduce him, make sure to follow and review the podcast on Spotify and on Apple Podcast. And if you hate ads, consider becoming a member of the Dive Studios Patreon, where you can access ad-free episodes.
Ooh.
All right. Without further ado, today's guest is J Park.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
All right.
Big boss.
Welcome. I'm sure everyone already knows who he is at this point. He is an artist, producer, entrepreneur, CEO. And he recently released a track with PH1 titled All In back in August. All right. Have you ever seen the show or watched PH1?
Yeah. I know. PH1's been on here a few times, and so and of course, I'm cool with Eddie Nam and Eric Nam, and I've been on
Right.
Eric's show before, so yeah, I've definitely seen clips, and also BM has talked about me a lot as well.
Yeah.
So
Talks about it a lot.
yeah.
I think you're like one of his like role models.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So I'm gonna take this picture home then. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel disrespected. There's a bunch of shirtless BM photos here while I'm here. It's disrespectful.
Yeah. As the what's it called, boss of PH1, how do you think he's doing so far?
Oh, PH1's doing really.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. No, everybody at Higher Music, we all started very, I guess, humbly. He wasn't the most well known, but he's grown a lot. His audience has grown a lot. He's grown as an artist as well. But I always thought he was very talented, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to work with him. But
Right.
it's good to see everybody else acknowledge what I've seen. So yeah.
Nice.
But regardless, he's doing.
Oh, regardless,
Yeah,
all right. I don't think I've seen either of these two like this quiet. you guys haven't said a word since the beginning.
I talk to Jay all the
was
time.
quiet
So.
before. I've been quiet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. You've been quiet once.
Talk to him.
You haven't said a
Hi.
single
something.
thing.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hey.
Are you
Ashley?
starstruck again?
Yeah.
Nah, she's not starstruck. Come on.
I am.
No, you're not.
I think last time Tablo came on, she said like
Yeah.
a total of 3 sentences.
Oh,
the whole
wow.
Episode.
Wow.
Let's try to break that record.
Yeah.
Like 4 sentences at
Okay.
least. All right.
Did you eat some lunch or
I just had some cake.
cake? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's her
not-
birthday.
Oh, today?
No,
Oh,
it
When?
was November 9th.
wait, that's
It is.
I mean, by the time
Oh,
this
I-
episode
oh,
airs.
wait. Is it the future? It was the future.
Where are you from?
It was November 9th.
We're all like mad thick.
We're all like,
Sorry for the confusion.
okay, by the time this video
Airs
comes
is
out,
probably,
it's
probably
gonna be
after
past
November.
November.
No,
Yeah,
for sure,
okay,
for
okay.
sure,
Yes.
for sure.
Damn, all right. That was some
Well,
professional.
I mean, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right. Well, today's topic we are talking about is leadership.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, leadership. I mean, you're the CEO of 2 companies, so I'm sure you might have a thing or two to say about leadership, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys ask me questions, I will try to answer to the best of my ability.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think makes a good leader?
I think, willing to put in the time and effort and put in sacrifices for sure. I think also leading by example is very important as well.
By example,
You know,
okay.
it's never to try to kind of instruct or force someone to do something. It's
Mhm.
kind of like you have to show people the reason why, you know,
Right.
things have to be this way or why we have to do certain things.
Practice what you preach.
Yeah, so because it has to be logical, has to be understandable for someone to be like, oh, okay, this is why I'm doing it because
Right,
I want to
right.
get to here,
Mm.
and so these are the steps I need to take instead of just do this because I say so. That's just
Right,
kind of
right,
like
right.
yeah.
I mean, that's a difference between like a leader and a dictator.
Yeah.
And,
leader and a. All right. That's true too.
well,
though.
you're both.
That's true.
That's
That's
true. That's true
yeah,
too.
That is very true.
That's
too.
true.
That's very true.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but everybody that's working with Jay or signed under his labels, know that he's a good leader, not just because he himself is like a good artist, whatever, but because he leads by example. Like whatever he tells us, is good for us. He does it himself to show us that it is indeed good thing for us, and then we know like, oh, okay, we should do the same.
Yeah, and some things it's just kind of like, since I have more experience and I have been around longer, it's
Right,
one of
right,
those
right.
things where it's like, they're very young in their careers, so sometimes they might even though I try to explain it to the best of my ability, they
Mhm.
might not understand it at the time.
Right.
But but that's when it's one of those things where they just kind of have to like, it's faith. We put faith in each other and we put faith in the situation, and then we just got to trust the process.
Right,
so
right.
yeah, there's some things where it's kind of like no matter how much you explain, they're just not going to get it at the
At the
time.
given
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
They have
exactly.
to experience it themselves. or
Exactly,
something. Right,
exactly.
right.
Also, he's not like he doesn't hesitate to like share his know-hows,
Oh,
like his
okay,
tips.
okay.
A
that's-
lot of people like
yeah.
keep it to themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, a lot
I
of
just want to
people,
know
yeah,
these
yeah.
information to myself. But he's always all about like sharing information, sharing what's good, what's bad.
I just shared the bad information.
Oh, just
Yeah,
just
just,
bad.
just to
Look
make
where
sure
I'm
that
at.
they don't do as well as me.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's what makes a good leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad
Withholding
information.
information and frauding your way to the top.
Okay.
Yes.
Fake it till you make it.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. Clout demon.
Clout demon. All right. Well, let's see. There's some fan submissions here.
Well, hey, let me ask you a question,
oh,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're part of B2P. Are you the leader?
No. I'm
who's
not
the leader?
Eunkwang.
How's he?
He's kind of like a peacemaker.
Okay, yeah. That's
Yeah,
important too, though.
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
like to mediate peace within the group
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that,
yeah.
it could go on longer because, if there's friction,
Yeah.
it builds up and then.
For sure, for sure. It could get a little frustrating sometimes
Yeah.
because there's something like the group wants.
Yeah, for
So then
sure.
we're like, oh, like, can you relay this to the company? But then, like, he tries to look at things
From both sides.
Yeah, from both sides,
Yeah.
from like a third person view.
Yeah.
So then sometimes we'll be like, can you do this? But then he's like, oh, but if you look at the company side, like blah 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 blah. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like-
But hey,
it's
that's
like, oh,
that's
all
pretty.
right, all
That's
right.
good though.
Yeah,
that's,
but
that's
it's good.
smart
It's good.
because it's one of those things where it's like everybody has their own perspective.
Exactly.
So he had to separate yourself from the situation
hmm
and your own priorities and what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want, and to really see both sides. It's like then you could actually make a good decision. And,
Yeah,
and-
yeah,
and,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, talk to people without being too emotional.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
think
So that's good.
for sure.
Shout out to Eunkwang. I think I seen you at the shop before.
Yeah. We ran into
right?
each other a few
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure one of the reasons that we've been around for 10 years now is because of him too. Because
Oh, okay.
he's experiencing like the same stress we're experiencing
No,
too.
for
But
sure.
then, yeah, he can like take himself out of the equation and be like, all right, I gotta see this from a different
Oh, damn.
perspective. So
So you guys debuted in 2012.
yeah.
Oh wow.
It's,
Wow.
And then our members are coming out of the army soon. So
Oh, okay.
full group soon.
Oh wow.
Soon. Yes. All right. Leadership fan submissions.
Okay.
Hi, I am a 16-year-old girl and currently in high school. Group projects are something I hate since I am the one people constantly will choose to supervise the project.
Mm.
I never asked for it, but when people stay still and they're like, well, I don't know what we are supposed to do. I always end up giving directions and being the quote-unquote leader of
Yeah.
the project, even though I also don't know what we are exactly supposed to do. Sharing the work is supposed to make it easier, but when people know me, they intentionally will do less and lean on me. Since I dislike poorly done work, I bear with it and do more work than I was supposed to do. As time goes by, I am less and less patient. I can be mean when people don't do their part of the work. I mean, what?
I mean,
I mean, I'm not your
okay.
mom.
I
So
mean,
move your
all right. I mean, I am not your mom. So move your.
Mhm.
Sometimes I will. I will even refuse to supervise the project, but I cannot stop myself from taking control if I don't like the way it's going. I hate to manage people, but I also hate to be badly managed. And people always turn to me to make the work work. My question is being a leader something you are predestined to be or something you learn how to be? Can you refuse it or is it already you? Moreover, can a leader only be nice or is it normal to be mean from time to time? P.S. Sorry if there are any mistakes. I am currently learning English.
Really? That's a long ass paragraph for someone who's currently learning English. Goddamn.
I don't think I could write this in Korean even now.
That
When you
was
pretend
So
you-
is being a leader something that you can learn to be, or is it something that kind of you're kind of born with?
I think I don't know. To be honest, I kind of feel the same way. Where it's like it's not like, oh yeah, I want to be the leader of everybody. But it's one of those things where it's kind of like I'm good at trying to do things myself and not depend on other people. And then through those experiences, and I gain more confidence, I gain more information, and like know-hows, and then I could see, other people and what they need to do to bring
Right.
themselves up. So I kind of try to bring themselves up with me.
Okay.
And so, and it's a lot of sacrifice, it's a lot of pressure, and it's a lot of responsibility, accountability as well. And, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't have to be mean, but it's good to be transparent and honest. Even though sometimes the conversation might be difficult to have, you definitely need to be honest. And then also it's one of those things where it's like, you're not focusing too much on the problem, but you're trying to find a solution through communication.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where if you did something wrong, it's like, why did you do this? Why? Why did, and instead of like, try to make somebody feel small, like, okay, this happened. That was, not the way to do shit, but, from now on, let's try to do it like this, or let's find a way to, work this out, basically. And so, yeah, this 16-year-old girl student who's currently learning English with a long ass paragraph. I think it's something that's kind of chooses you. With the quality traits you have and with the personality you have, I think it's something that chooses you, and it's a gift and a curse. Yeah, and also it's one of those things where it's like, if you let people half-ass, then you're doing yourself a disservice as well.
Right.
So you can't let that be. You have to definitely nip in the bud and make sure everybody's doing their part, because teamwork is dream work. I know it's corny, but dream work is dream work. Facts.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were the leader.
How come you've been so quiet then?
She's starstruck.
Nah, you're not.
Starstruck episode number 2.
I don't know. I was thinking that you can learn to be a leader because when I was younger, I had no leader-like qualities at all. I was so shy. I didn't like to speak up, and I just didn't like confrontations. But I think growing up, the first leadership role I was assigned to was like praise team leader when I was like high school.
In church?
Mm-hmm. And after I came to Korea, when I started training at an entertainment company, I was one of the older ones there, so I was kind of expected to be the leader. And then after I debuted with Ladies Code, when we had to choose a leader, I was also like one of the older members, and I was just like automatically assigned to the leader role. And I think because I grew up. Sorry.
There was a small fly in order for the people that couldn't see, but yes.
Oh yeah, people that are listening right now. What the hell?
Because I was.
Okay, so I think because I grew up seeing these good leaders in my life, I kind of learned how to take after them and learned these qualities from them that I took with me. And one of the most important thing for me being the leader was like empathy. I know it might be bad because you need to be kind of like disciplined and whatever, but for me, I was like, I want to be a leader that I would like to have. and that's like empathetic. I can easily approach. I can talk to them whenever I want, and they still motivate me. So I feel like it is something that you can learn to be. I don't think it's like, oh my God, you can't ever be a leader or like.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
But even that, just the fact that you were able to accept those type of qualities and see those type of qualities and learn those type of qualities, that means like, that's how I feel.
Yeah, because some people, even if they saw it, they might not have observed that information.
They might not see it like that. I'm not saying that like right out the womb, like I'm a leader, like follow me. But just the fact that you're able to see those things and to learn those things and to kind of, apply that to your life and the things that you do, that kind of means that you have those qualities in you anyways,
I think there's a slight difference between like being a leader like person and having charisma. Like it's a little different. Being a leader, you can kind of learn, and through experience, through like trial and error, you become a good leader. But having that like charisma, natural charisma, is something that you're kind of like born with. So some people don't even have to try to be the leader or whatever.
Yeah.
But you just feel it.
Yeah. And I think it's a little bit different being a leader and being a boss. I feel like being a boss or it's one of those things where it's like you kind of. It's very, I say the relationship is very cold.
It's cold. A boss and
a boss and like a worker, employee or a worker.
Right.
I feel like, but being a leader, it's like it's very tight knit.
Right.
Like communication is
We're all
open.
part of like the same team.
Exactly. It's teamwork. As where being a boss is more like
you work for me.
Yeah, like you're a coach or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But don't bosses need to be leaders too?
They do. I mean, at good companies, yes. At good company, but that's why I feel like the bigger the company is, it's more boss oriented instead of leader oriented, because it's already there's a system where it's like in place where there's billions of dollars already flowing. So there's no room to be a leader there. Like there's no need to be a leader there. Really. So I think that's why you see a lot of leaders at more. Entrepreneurs and at smaller companies and things like that. So no, everybody does have feedback. So and this is the bad thing about being too empathetic. It's like you try to listen to everybody's perspective, and so that's why the bigger the company is, you can't do that because you can't listen to a million, like 1,000 people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's like you need bosses, like where it's just like do this or
delegation.
Yeah, but I feel like especially when there's the creative process and the art is what brings in the revenue. I feel like to listen to everybody's opinion and what they think, how they feel is very important, so that they don't get unmotivated to create art basically. And so, but it's very hard to listen to like 10, 15, 20 people's opinions because everybody, like I said, everybody has their own perspective. Everybody has their own priorities. And so to mediate that is hard. And that's why that quality Eunkwang has, where it's like to kind of separate yourself, to listen to everybody's perspective and to try to like, okay, what's the best decision to make right now to make everybody happy? That's a win-win for everybody. So, it's that's why I said it's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of hard work, but when you make it work, there's historic things that come from it. So
yeah, I think that's one thing I couldn't do because as a leader of the group, I'm supposed to be in the middle of the company and my group, right? I'm supposed to delegate and I'm supposed to make things as smooth as possible. But for me, I was always just on my group side. So I would be fighting the company with the group, like cursing the company and just like talking crap and being like talking back to the managers and stuff. And looking back now, I wish I could have done that better. Like try to understand from the company side as well, because I know they must have had their problems and frustrations of their own. But for me, it was just like, don't mess with us. Like, don't tell us what to do.
I think that's more of a mom than a...
Yeah.
but everything's a learning process. You know, I don't know how old you are, but it took me a while to, and it took me a lot of different experiences to get to where I'm at and to have this type of perspective.
Mm.
So it's everything is just a learning process.
Who were you in the group project at school?
Oh,
Were you the one taking over? Were you the one just letting everyone do stuff?
I'm the one that's not even at school. I'm the one at Dairy Queen across the street.
Or
damn,
I'm the one
the
that's kind of
smoothies.
quiet, but like given the task, like I do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like I won't like step up and be like, all right, what do I have to do? Like what's my position in this group project or whatever. But if there's like, oh, like do this, I'll be like, okay.
Same. In school, I was like that. But with my group of friends, I'm always the one like deciding where to go, like where to eat, like what time to meet, what our schedule's going to look like. But at school, I was just like, go with the flow.
And you weren't at
Yeah,
school?
I was at school, bro. I told you. I like 10 minutes before the test, I'd be like, hey, what's on the test today? I'd be like, all right, sit in front of me, bro, please.
Yes, it is time to talk about our sponsor, Ana Luisa, once more. Ana Luisa, that is spelled ANALUISA. They're here because they have another sale going up where you can get up to 25% off on their pieces. Now, in case you don't know, they have new jewelry collections that are released every Friday. And looking at for this week, right now, I'm on their website. I already see the Hannah liquid earrings, and they have multiple colors, but the ones that really speak to me is the orange one and the green one. It's giving 70s, it's giving retro, it's giving funk, it's giving would look great on my ears. So I know these are pretty high quality jewelry and they already aren't that expensive, but knowing that I can get up to, another 25% off, peace of mind for the wallet during these holidays when you're constantly buying stuff and like just trying to stretch your wallet as far as you can. I'm very grateful. So, I absolutely recommend checking out Ana Luisa. Once again, that's ANALUISA. When you go on shop.analuisa.com/real. I love them. Their pieces start at $39 with sales up to 25% off. So get your holiday gift on shop.analuisa.com/real. Did I mention? They have jewelry that just started at $39. And on top of that, you can get up to 25% off. It's like your holiday shopping's done. If you know enough people who wear, bracelets, earrings, necklaces, done. Check it out. Check it out.
All right. We are about midway through the podcast now, so let's take a quick breather. Today, we are going to follow the leader. And yes, a big part of being a leader is being able to come up with quick and efficient solutions to problems, big or small. A great leader also knows how to pitch their ideas effectively and get people on board with their plan. Okay, so all four of us, let's pretend we are on a sinking ship now. Okay, you have 3 minutes to come up with and write down a survival plan. And then after that, we will each pitch our survival plans and we will vote on who will ultimately be their survival leader.
Dang.
Okay,
What?
a sinking ship.
What?
A few moments later.
All right. So yes, everyone's finished with their ideas. Who wants to go first?
God damn.
I'll go first.
Okay. All right.
Helicopter?
Yeah.
So they see. Yes, it's a drawing. They're on a
basically-
ship sinking.
Yes, exactly. And there's
Explain.
a shark coming.
That
so
is
our boat
Uh-huh.
broke, and so we're about to sink.
So it's Jaws 10.
Yes, and
Okay.
that's you.
Uh-huh.
That's Ashley. That's PH1 with the beanie. That's me with my iPhone.
Okay.
I'm calling my friend who was a helicopter. He's coming to pick us up. Bam.
Okay.
There's no Wi-Fi. There's no data
What?
service
There is.
in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
And who do you know that can they can pilot a helicopter?
Bill Gates.
You know Bill Gates?
Okay.
He's from
then.
Seattle.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh,
Then.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I don't know that.
I'll
Shout
go,
outs to
I'll go
Bill.
next. So in my situation, there's a rescue boat, but it only
Yeah.
holds 2 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, it's just me and Ashley on the boat, right? And because the boat we can't go by itself, Peniel and Jay are tied to the rope, and you guys are swimming and leading us to the shore. You see?
Next.
Do we take turns swimming at least?
No, because you guys are more athletic, more muscles.
Next.
I don't. All right. I'm sure there's paddles.
So while you and Ashley go on a date, we're just like in the front, like
No, we should chill. We're
We're
like
getting
letting
ready
you know,
for the
hey,
Olympics.
make a right, curve right, a little to the right, left. You guys.
No, I wanna go.
All right,
Okay.
you go.
So, this is the boat. This is me. There's a what is this?
Boat? Or
A life
two-
floaty. I don't know.
Like floaty. Who knows how to swim?
I know how to swim.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Jay.
Everyone except for you.
I'm like thinking it's a very calm water, you know? There's no
Okay.
like waves. So he's just
In the middle
chilling.
of the ocean, no waves. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Peniel's trying to get the
The floaty.
floaty.
The floaty.
Yeah.
And then Harry's just here. And I'm here at the top of the boat.
Okay.
Why are you at
Wait,
the
why
top of
is
the boat?
Jay swimming? Wait, why is Jay swimming?
Yeah, why is Jay swimming? just for fun.
The ship's sinking. I might as well have fun with it.
Or
Imagine
he was swimming before the ship got
No,
broken.
I'm the one who made the sip sink.
Oh
sink.
shit!
Like
You see how everybody's smiling? It's a very calm situation. It's
Okay.
not as bad as we think. So yeah.
So how is this a
It's a
survival
happy
plan?
ending.
How is that survival plan?
Someone will get us.
Everybody goes to heaven. That's the happy ending, bro.
Damn,
Everybody goes
I
to
didn't
heaven.
think this
that doesn't
through.
sound too bad.
Peniel?
Damn, was I too serious with mine? Damn, I was like, all right. Person A grabs food. Person B grabs something that makes noise. Person C finds a light source. Person D finds the life rafts. And then D sends everyone their location.
Hey, you've done this before, huh?
And then A, B, C goes meet D.
Damn.
You've done this before.
You should be our captain. You should be our leader.
Rock, paper, scissors. It's the best way.
Solid plan.
Yeah. I mean, what does that look?
It's good. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
At least we don't end up in heaven.
Yeah.
So,
Right? Yeah.
Mine.
helicopter.
Mine is
We're-
more realistic.
Yours.
The date?
You guys are like swimming. It's not a date. It's just like, we're navigating.
I vote Peniel.
You couldn't get paddles? We gotta swim.
No paddles. in
So
my
you vote
situation.
yourself.
Yeah, vote myself.
She votes Peniel.
Yeah.
I vote mine.
All right, then I'll vote Ashley.
We all die.
We all die.
So the moral of the story is,
This
if you can't
exercise is-
agree, you end up in heaven.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to our sponsor, Raycon. At this point, you might be looking up a bunch of gift guides on what to get for people who are hard to buy gifts for. Seriously though, what do moms want exactly? Dads? How am I supposed to know what my second aunt is wishing for on Christmas? And obviously, you don't want to spend your money on something they won't even use. Well, luckily, Raycon wireless earbuds are a gift everyone will use. The dive team in Korea finally got their hands on some Raycon earbuds recently, and they're beautiful. Not only do they look good, but they last all day, even during back-to-back calls they have with the LA team. So it's a relief that they fit so nicely in their ears for long-lasting comfort as well. They've become their new go-to daily earbuds for optimum productivity. Raycons give you amazing audio quality wherever you go, whether you use them to pump up, wind down, to work, or work out. They'd be used for anyone on your list. Even better for you, they start at half the price of other premium audio brands. With their latest model, you get 3 new sound profiles to make sure everything you're listening to sounds its best, with just the right amount of bass. Pure mode for podcast listening, blues, instrumental, balanced mode for podcast listening, rock, heavy rock, metal, and bass mode for hip hop, EDM, reggae, etc. Raycons are available in 5 stylish colors, so you can pick a perfect one for everyone on your list. With free shipping and returns, gifting is easier than ever. The holidays are coming up faster than you think. Now is the time to knock out that gift list and avoid the last-minute shipping scramble. Especially because right now, my listeners will get 15% off site-wide with code HOLIDAY at buyraycon.com/real. Go to buyraycon.com/real and use code HOLIDAY to get 15% off your entire Raycon order. buyraycon.com/real.
Yes. Moving on. Here's some simple questions that fans have left on the topic of leadership. Is it possible to be a good leader without being a little bossy?
I feel like you have to know when to, because it's one of those things where it's like you have to know when to flex your authority, I guess. Because just to do it all the time, just because that's
Power move.
yeah, that's just being like and kind of abusing your power, abusing your authority,
Right.
which is never good for any entity, basically.
mhm.
So, but sometimes it's, as people, you can be unreasonable. So that's when you just kind of have to like put your foot down and just be like, yo, like, just trust me on this. Let's just do it like this,
So more than being a little bossy, you got to know when to be.
Exactly,
bossy. All right,
exactly.
all right. Okay. Ashley, I feel like besides your plan, you haven't really said anything.
Aren't you a bossy person, Ashley?
Excuse me? Why? What makes you think that?
I don't know. I feel like you could be if you wanted to.
I mean, your experience with her on the show, has she been bossy to you?
No.
Wait, what? You said
He's
no, but
nodding
then
his
you
head,
nodded
yes.
no.
I've never
No.
been bossy.
Right.
All right. Next question, I guess.
No. Yeah. Well, not bossy, but you know how to like express your feelings, and you're kind of like assertive when you want to be. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying you could be bossy if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I could be bossy with my friend group too, because I don't like if I don't like the way something's going, or if I don't like what we're doing, then I'll be like, can we just do something else? Like,
Like you said, I think it maybe it's like a more of a kind of expressing how you feel and then being assertive, taking action on it.
Mm.
I think being bossy is more kind of like telling other people what to do instead of saying how you feel and being assertive about it. Like, yo,
Mhm.
do this.
Yeah. And you don't do it yourself. Like,
Yeah. Or let's do this.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm.
eat this.
Like controlling.
I don't know.
Eat this.
Eat this. Eat this piece of shit on the ground.
Damn. I was thinking food, but piece of shit on the ground. All right. Let's see. How does age hierarchy affect or make these things possibly awkward when trying to work as a leader over other people?
In Korea? Or it's
Well,
anywhere?
I guess this applies more in Korea. Like,
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, this is definitely
Facts.
more of like a
how was your
Korean-
experience like being a boss of somebody that's older than you?
But,
You have a
but
lot
that's
of
the thing,
people-
though. I even though everybody's like, "Oh, like you're the CEO," or I don't ever feel like
Mm.
I'm a slave. I'm a slave to this accountability and to this responsibility, and but I think communication is most important, and just like manners and respect.
Mm.
It just because they're older or I'm higher in the company or whatever it may be, it doesn't mean everybody plays a part and everybody's role is important. As long as you have that understanding and that agreement, it's not too awkward in my perspective. I don't know. Maybe the people that are older than me that I'm higher in the company, they might feel a different type of way. But for me, I always try to, and I always try to differentiate at the workplace and then personal
business
stuff.
and just
Yeah,
personal.
like
Okay,
when we're
okay.
just
Right,
eating,
right,
like
right.
as hyung dongsaeng, I'm just like, oh, hyung. But then when we talk about work, definitely talk about work, and then afterwards, it's like, all right, cool,
Right.
But that's very hard to do,
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if they were mature, they would be able to differentiate and like respect you as like a boss. And then-
Yeah. And it's one of those things where people are like, yeah, never work with your friends or your family.
Mm.
But I like everybody I work with is either my friends or my family. So yeah, to make that work is and I'm sure like Eric and Eddie and all of them they could relate. It's just you just kind of have to respect each other. And
What are some pros and cons about that?
I think pros is you can trust them more, which is very very important in business. Just because if you can't trust somebody you're doing business with, you're breaking bread with, then you kind of always have to have it in the back of your mind, like, okay, what is this person saying when I'm not there?
Right.
What is Harry saying on this podcast that? But another thing is like I said, it's since you are connected in a personal relationship as well.
Mhm.
You know, maybe something's not going the best at work. It might spill over and vice versa. And so you have to make very good, like if, you know, there's something that lingers to make sure to kind of nip that in the bud right away so that it doesn't ruin your personal life or the business as well. So
I just feel like if I were in Jay's, you know, shoes, like it'd be very difficult. Like for example, let's say his like close friend or even like his relative, whatever, is working for his company, and maybe like the task is done, you know, unsatisfactory, like unsatisfying.
or I'm unsatisfied with the task.
Yeah, or how the job is done. Like for him to have the conversation, and maybe you should, you know, do something else or something. Like it's
bro,
gonna be very difficult. You know what I mean?
Maybe you should do something.
How do you go about that situation, if there were any?
Oh, no, I mean, of course, there's situations like that, but no, I definitely, you know, there has been instances where, you know, close friends and I have worked and tried to work professionally, and it didn't work out. You know, but you know, I leave that just like, oh, okay, we just don't see eye to eye when it comes to business.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't let that spill over to our personal lives. So I'm still close with everybody that, you know, let's say left the company or that that I can't work with business wise. So, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like you just gotta let it go. It's like, you know, you just gotta be the bigger person, let it go, not try to nitpick or not try to hold on to like, you know, you didn't do this at work at one time, like 2 years later.
Think about
Like,
the other person, like they might feel that way about you. Like, oh man, how could you let me go? Like, how could you fire me?
But it's one of those things where it's like, that's why I always try to put my all into everything, is so that nobody ever could say that to me. And thus far, that's kind of what it's been, you know? I've always given more than I take, always. Just so I could be an asshole to everybody. And nobody can say shit to me.
Just so I have all right. All right. Who do you turn to for leadership advice when you're feeling unsure how to lead either yourself in a project or others? Oh, like literally just
I mean, but I think it's one of those things where it's like if there's a task at hand where I don't know where to take it, I try to have a lot of conversations with the people that I need to go there with, and we just kind of try to find the solution and the answers. Like there's no right or wrong. Yeah, there's never a right or wrong. Like no matter what decision you make, I feel like there's not a right answer. It just depends on what you make with that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I take guidance from God.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, facts. And I try to ask a lot of questions, but it's one of those things where it's like the situation that you're in. You know, people might be able to relate because they've had similar situations, but it's they can never give you the right answer because they're not you and they're not in that situation. They might have been in a similar situation and what they decided on worked for them, but just because it worked for them doesn't necessarily mean that it works for you.
Right.
So you have to take that and kind of apply it to your life and what you want and your priorities, because everybody's priorities is different. What they want in life is, and their standard of success is different. Some people want money, some people want fame, some people want just to be, you know, free or whatever it may be. So that's why I don't feel like there's a right or wrong answer.
Well, I asked Jay for a lot of things,
and I ask God, and then I get back to you. And I ask,
so he's a middleman.
Yeah.
When I should just be asking God myself.
That's nice to have somebody to like go to for
Yeah,
advice
it's nice.
and stuff.
It's nice.
Even like outside of work, even with your personal life.
Well, not personal.
Oh.
Not personal.
like
stuff.
Harry has a lot of skeletons in his closet.
Not personal.
Yeah, but you know, I think with us, it's like our work is our personal life.
Yeah.
Because basically, it's like it's
all we think about is
it's not a 9 to
Like
5, you know, and I'm sure you guys know that as well.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
especially being ingrained in this life, music, you know, to try to, I guess, keep the fans happy, keep the company happy, and then also to fulfill what you want in life as well.
Right.
Just all that balance is a lot to take in. So it's a 24/7 type thing, you know.
For sure.
Do you have anyone that you guys like go for advice?
I usually like talk it out with like close friends. I'll like ask for their advice. my parents, and then whoever if it's like contract stuff or something, I'll probably talk to my members.
Yeah. You should talk to a lawyer as well.
I should do that.
Are
for
you
sure,
guys the type
definitely.
to ask for advice and then make your own decision anyway, or do you actually?
That's what I do.
Listen to the feedbacks.
I think I might make my own decision anyway a lot of times,
But that's the way to go though, because it's
I
one of
mean,
those
yeah,
things
I
where
mean,
it's
at
like
the end of the
you
day-
listen to something and you're like, just I don't feel like that's right for me.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. No, but I'll like listen just in case they could give me like a new perspective maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh shit, I never thought of it that way. It's like, huh.
Mm.
But
Makes sense.
yeah.
Right.
Ashley?
No, it's the same for me and Peniel. I don't have a specific person to go to. I did when, years ago, like church leaders and stuff. They were like the best person to turn to and ask for help and guidance. But now I just talk to friends around me, try to see what they think. And yeah. But
Yeah.
no one specific person.
Okay. Let's see. Do you ever freak out because of a mistake / unexpected problem, or do you own up to it and try to solve it calmly? A mistake.
I don't think Jay ever freaks out.
I do.
From
See?
yeah, but he never tells us. I
But in
guess he never
secret,
let
though.
know.
Shows it?
Shoot.
Oh.
I'm like, oh my god. Like, hello, yeah. That's fine. It is what it is.
No, but yeah, I don't know. From my experience with Jay, like the way I observed him over the years, like even a situation where I feel like, oh shoot, Jay must be freaking out right now, and I ask him like, is it okay? Is the situation okay? And he's like, it's not the way I hoped it would go, but I'm dealing with it. Like, and he always has. He always like admits it, and he accepts the situation, and he tries to find like the best way from that point on, instead of like lingering on the past. You know what I mean?
It's a very good assessment of me. Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were like inside your head. You're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do?
What are you gonna do? And Harry, it's fine.
It's fine.
I'll talk to you later. Click. Oh my god.
Voice changes to your business tone too.
Yeah. No, but
we're doing fine. Yeah, don't worry about it.
he's definitely right though. Because I feel like to freak out about it only adds more chaos and more kind of, I guess, bad energy to something that's, the only way to kind of move past it is to try to find a solution. And if not, it's just try to move on from it.
Do you think you do that more because you have people that are relying on you?
Of course.
Do you think if you're not a leader of like 2 labels, whatever, do you think you would freak out a little more?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
If you saw the president like on TV, like, oh my God, we're all. Would you, be like, oh, I'm voting for that guy next time?
I'm just curious, like if you're just that type of person, just as a person,
no,
or
no.
like is it because of the environment?
I just feel like emotional. The more you kind of try to deal with problems emotionally, it's never any good. Never any good. So, what? Ashley, do you have something you want to add or?
Oh, I was just thinking about a time when I was freaking out.
Yeah.
You share.
Yeah, go ahead. Share for sure.
It was when we were in Ladies Code and we were shooting this 예능, like variety show thing, and my members were doing 몰카 on me, right? So they were pranking me, and one of my members was saying that another boy idol asked for her number and that she was like having a thing with him, right? But then all the cameras were on, but then to her I was like, are you crazy? Like, he's trash. Like, we heard so much crap about him. Like, because it was a specific person and I didn't like him, but I thought it was real. So I talked so much shit about it. I basically exposed him, and they were just like,
Or they're like,
yeah, they were like,
stop it.
and I was like, what's going on? And then later they told me, and then I like looked around and all the staff were like, this is not what we planned. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I just exposed somebody. Nothing, it just went on. And
wait, what? It aired?
No, but they edited it out, right?
no, of course they didn't.
Oh,
they didn't. Actually, me saying it didn't go like that.
But just kind of like they edited it where you freaking out and
goodness.
stuff like
But
that.
yeah,
Oh.
God
that was a
dang.
bad prank,
But that was a
Damn.
bad prank on their part too, like
right?
to have that scripted.
Yeah, and I think I was just like apologizing to all the staff. I was like, don't believe anything I said. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know anything.
Well, that's why you gotta be calm in those situations. Again, you gotta be like, yo, let me talk to you later. then that would have never happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I should have been like, talk to you later. Oh man.
You're like,
Wow, that's crazy, bro. That's
Damn.
crazy.
Have you ever wanted to become a scuba diver? No? Me neither. But hop on over to our Patreon and become a diver to receive exclusive benefits like early and ad-free access to audio episodes, monthly live streams with the founders of Dive Studios, and so much more. These episodes are made possible by our divers, so thank you for keeping us going. Join us at patreon.com/Dive Studios. Thank you.
All right. Anyways, it is time to start wrapping up the show now. Thank you very much for joining us.
thank you. Thank you for guys for having me.
You have any future stuff that you wanna tell everyone, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always working on stuff. I feel like I've been pretty quiet for the past couple months, and people will probably find out why. Within the next. So maybe retirement. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, I've seen you tweet about it a few times too.
It's been a good run. It's been a good run. Get real. K-pop debug show has been a good run, but it's time to close the curtains.
All right. Well, go follow his Instagram, which I'm sure everyone already knows it, but just in case, your Instagram.
I might delete it.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
A bit extreme, but
I'm an extreme guy. I'm an extreme guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you do know it, I'm sure, if he does, before he deletes it and he releases something, I'm sure he's going to be uploading it there. So go follow him.
Jay Parker right there.
oh, his Bombe music video just hit 100 million views.
Wow,
Yesterday.
congrats.
Crazy, man.
Damn.
100
It took
mil.
6 long years, but we did it.
Still love that song
Dang.
so much.
It took 6 long years, but we did it. Shout out to all the fans that like that song. You guys are all perverts.
I'm not going to deny that. All right. Anyways, yes, if you wish to watch the video version of this episode for free, the full episode will be on youtube.com/divepods a few days after the audio release. And once again, follow and review this podcast. And thank you everyone for listening.
Peace out. Thank y'all.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey guys, did you enjoy this video?
Make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell.
So you don't miss another video.